I can have some other app that also registers its own peer name. Okay, I can have as many as I want. All a peer name really represents is an IP endpoint and a port for that IP endpoint. Okay, and so once I've done that, I can then query PNRP and say, hey, I'm looking for the peer name 0.alice. Please tell me what her IP endpoint and what her port is, and that will give me that connection information using PNRP. And all this exists out in the cloud. Okay, there's some bootstrapping stuff that sits out there. There's some PNRP servers run by Microsoft. There's some Teredo servers run by Microsoft. But in general, all of that is masked by the APIs that we're working with. You really don't have to worry about that. We'll talk a little bit about where you have to worry about it.
How's that different than the server that you were talking about before?
So what happens is once you register into PNRP, your client, actually this is getting down into the weeds, your client actually caches nearby peers, okay? And so when you go to look for someone, you never go back to those initial servers. What you do is you send a query out to all the peers you're connected to and say, I'm looking for 0.alice. And if they don't know who Alice is, they'll say, I don't know, but here's the next person closest to Alice that I'm aware of. And that packet just keeps getting passed along until eventually it gets to Alice. And then you get an endpoint, and then you can talk back and forth.